Okay, let's pick this up again. Okay, here range is how high and how low it goes. So what I'm going to do here is I know it's never going to go past 0. In fact, it will never hit 0. So my range is still 0 to infinity, and my asymptote is still the x-axis or the line y equals 0. So notice the only time my asymptote really changed, okay, is if it's shifting up or down. If it goes left or right, it's not messing with the asymptote at all. It's still going to always be approaching 0. So you might think about that just a little bit. Okay, we also did this one in class, but I want to send you this little reminder so you don't have to watch the whole stinking example right here. But if you have something less than 1, so this is a fraction, notice he's still positive. Even if I threw a negative out here, who cares? But if my base is a fraction, rewrite him as, remember you can flip this and with a negative exponent. So I want you to get in the habit of rewriting it so your base is always greater than 1. Okay, now again, this would be true whether my negative is out here or not. It's not going to affect it. And so in fact, I could do this one if I wanted, put a negative out here, and maybe we'll do here on the next example and see how that changes it. So when you get ready to do number, I think it's 41, you need to rewrite it so the base is greater than 1. All right, when you do that, look, I already have my standard function, and we talked about this in class. If you've got a negative that messes up here with your x, it's going to make it reflect on the y. So it's actually going to look, let me get my other color here. This is my standard one. This is my y-axis. It's going to reflect across the y. So it's going to shoot up on this side and come down over here on the right like this. So that's what it's going to look like. You do have to find 3 points, but that's no big deal. Use your calculator. Plug in some values, okay, right there. And we're going to have to throw this little guy away because I don't think I have him shooting up far enough. So like plug in a -2 or something, -1, so you can see how fast he's going up, and then plug in something positive over here. But let me say this, my domain and range, let me go to this nice color. My domain is still all real numbers. And you have to do this for every one you graph, even though it, originally didn't ask you that. I'm asking you to do this. Your range is how high and how low does it go, and it's still going 0 to infinity. And my asymptote is, of course, still the line y equals 0 right here. It's still getting close to that on this side. So use your calculator. Notice when you do plug in your values, I'm going to use my little n of x here. If I plug in like a 2, that would be 3 to the -2, which is 1 over 3 squared, which is 1/9. Again, that's really close to 0. So when I have a 2, see how these should be dang close to 0. If you plugged in a -2, notice you have 3 to the -2, and 2 negatives make a positive, so you have 3 squared, which is 9. So when I plugged in -2, it was way up here at 9. So you can see it did need to shoot up a little bit faster, and that's why we did 1, 2, and a third point, okay? So that should do it for you.